Paris, France was attacked this weekend by Islamic terrorists. France has been so harsh against Israel, who's been responding to Islamist, nationalist attacks for so long.
From the divine perspective, I feel that they're getting what they deserve. Because for all these years they've been telling Israel what they should do to not throw the Arabs out and to make peace with them and give half their country away. And even though they're unrepentant, and every indication is that they don't mean anything they sign or anything they say as far as making peace and recognizing Israel and living in harmony and trade and commerce and cultural exchanges and any of the things they promised, and renouncing violence, and the whole of the world, especially from Europe, but also America, but the American government, especially from Europe, they've been for all these years, 70 years nearly, of complete disdain. From the divine perspective, they're getting a taste of their own medicine. Let's see how you like what the Muslims have to offer to any society they ever wandered into in the history of the world since they came online. This is what they do everywhere they go. They sow seeds of fear and intimidation and all manner of death and destruction and wanton terrorism. That's what they're good at, and that's what they do. And they say it's their cause and their claim, and everybody's got to convert to Allah. And it's a religious war. The world has said it's not a religious war, and it's politics, and it's land and self-determination, and you're occupying their land. And then now, what land is France and Paris occupying that belong to the Muslims? So they have an answer for you. Anywhere they once lived, anywhere where they once claimed a hegemony for Allah, is called Dar al-Islam. It belongs to Islam. It was once territory that belonged to Islam, and they have to reclaim it by any means possible. And that's their mandate, and that's their calling.
Does that include Spain?
That includes Spain, North Africa, all of Europe,
Jerusalem.
Jerusalem. They want to conquer the whole world for Allah. That's their goal, and they make no. When they're being honest, they make no bones about it.
But isn't that just the extremists?
No, it's everyone. Not everyone's acting out, because not everyone has the courage that some of them have to actually do violence and risk getting killed themselves. But they all maintain. Any faithful Muslim, you know, whatever's considered a good Muslim in their eyes, believes in their Quran, and their Quran says this doctrine, says this stuff. But I think this is mida keneged mida, measure for measure. Hashem, God in heaven, is giving them a taste of their own medicine, what they doled out to us. Let's see.
You mean France?
Yeah, to Europe. This is all going to spread all over Europe, and God forbid it should come here, but I think it's only a matter of time before it comes here, that these attacks are going to be worldwide, and especially in Europe, they deserve it. There was once a journalist from Spain, a Catholic, I forgot his name, maybe you remember him since he's in your field, and he wrote an article about 5-10 years ago in which he decried what European civilization has become, and he said, we once were the most cultured... Spanish journalist. He said about the European culture, it was the greatest in the world, etc., etc. And now look what we're letting it be overrun by these hordes, and we're getting what we deserve, he said, about themselves because of what we did to the Jewish people and the Holocaust. These Jews just wanted to live in innocence and peace with us, doing their religion and maintaining a good neighborly compact and civic responsibility, etc., etc. And we wiped them out for 1,000 years and ending with the Holocaust, and now we're getting what we deserve, he said, about himself and about European culture, and the end result is these people are going to come and pay us back for what we did to the Jewish people. And that's what I look at this viewpoint is from the perspective of God, that I can see that this has come to pass in Europe, and they're getting what they deserve. And for the Holocaust itself, as a vengeance, as a act of revenge that Hashem, that God is bringing.
The administration promises to be bringing 85,000 Muslim refugees in 2016, and in 2017, 100,000 or more. What does this mean for Jewish self-defense?
What it means is every Jew should, the writing's on the wall, every Jew should leave and go to Israel immediately. Short of that, because you're not... if indeed you're not going to listen to my dire warning, the same warning that Jabotinsky said in Europe before World War II, the same warning that Rabbi Meir Kahane offered to Americans in his lifetime, that he got killed over in Manhattan in 1990, trying to warn Jews that trouble is going to come here. It's not that it can't happen here. It will happen here. There's no guarantees just because there's a constitution that it's not going to happen here. And the bottom line is, if indeed these Muslims come here, life in America, as we know, will change radically, very swiftly, and the writing's on the wall that our experience here in America is over. And it appears to me the American government that's going to do this as a death wish for the whole country. It's a death knell for the entire American people, not just for the Jewish people here, but the Jewish people, short of leaving, which they should do en masse before this happens. But if it happens, they for sure should leave, because the same thing that happened in Paris will, God forbid, happen here because of these influx of Arabs and Muslims. And the bottom line is, you should learn to shoot. You should teach your kids to shoot. You should learn to self-defense, and you should appeal to the government and to the authorities and the police departments that you want to be able to carry, to be able to wear arms to protect yourself and your family and your neighbors.